Hey everybody, you're watching Lumisonic Technology Reviews, and today I'm going to be talking to you about sound, specifically the sound that comes through the microphone and goes into the camera over the internet and directly to you. Now that sound is very important because if you can't hear me, you can't understand me, you don't know what I'm saying, then you're not going to watch my videos. Currently I have a Technica microphone on the camera that I'm shooting with, but I'm going to try out a much less expensive Comica microphone. This is the CVM VM10-2, and it's under $100. As a matter of fact, I think it's under $50 on Amazon. I will put a link in below, and we're going to test it out and see how it compares, so stay tuned. Today, I have this Comica CVM VM10-2. It's a shotgun mic that mounts either on a GoPro, on your phone, or on a DSLR or other camera so that you can get better sound than the microphone that is provided with the camera. Now, the big difference here is it is under $50. The other mics I have are well over $100, $200, $300. So this is a very inexpensive microphone, and we're going to do a little comparison to see how it does against the more expensive mics and against the camera mic itself to see if it's a big improvement. Right now you're listening to me over the Technica mic, so stay tuned to hear this mic and we'll do a comparison. So as I said before, you're listening to me over the Technica mic through the Lumix camera. And it sounds great. I'm a big fan of it. It has wind roll-off. It uses a battery. It needs power. It's got an 1/8 inch jack. It's very directional. This mic is quite a bit less expensive, and I believe doesn't even have power. I think it is passive. I don't think it needs to have a power supply. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to say is that the little case it comes with is quite impressive. It's a little zipper case. It comes with these instructions here that tell you some different things about it. And this opens up, and you have the microphone itself, which is right here. You have a shock mount, which is right here. You have a little windscreen ball here, and you have what's called the dead cat, and that is for windy situations. And you have a couple of different cables. Looks like this one is for your smartphone. It has an extra little ring on the tip. As you can see there's 3 rings on the tip instead of 2. 2 is stereo. I'm not sure what 3 is for, but it looks like the audio for the, we're going to be attaching this to a Lumix camera. The audio for it goes right into the back here, and then the shock mount, I'm guessing, goes right here, like that. There we go. And then now this happens to be the very same camera that I'm filming with. I have 2 of these. I use it for a second camera. And so everything I'm doing here is exactly what I would do with the other camera. That goes right on the hot shoe right there. And then there's a plug right over here in the side. And then this windscreen can go on it, like this. I have to say it feels pretty good. The shock mount, I've read a little bit about this, and people have complained about the shock mount. It feels okay to me. It does feel a bit fragile, that if you dropped it or something, it might not survive. But let's go ahead and turn this camera on. Okay, I just turned the camera on, and you might be able to see right there the VU meters are going. And so there was no power required for this microphone. I was able to just start the VU meters going right away. So I'm going to go ahead and record a little bit of audio. Now, it's important to note that proximity is important when it comes to microphones, meaning that if this mic on the new mic that we're testing is much closer or much further away than the mic on the other camera, that's going to make a difference in how it sounds. There is an exponential drop off in the amount of sound depending on how far away from the camera you are. So in order to make this fair, I need to have both those microphones pointed at my mouth, and I need to have the cameras at about the same distance away, which I think I have them pretty good. One of them's on a tripod, the other one's sitting on the table, but that's okay. They're both about, I'd say, 3.5, 4 feet away from my mouth, and they're both pretty much on axis, meaning that I'm speaking into the pickup pattern of the mics. I'm going to talk right now. This will be the Comica mic, the new one that we're testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll switch over back to the Audio Technica. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a pretty quiet room, although it is a little bit echoey. There is no carpet in here. There's just a hardwood floor and a hard table. So you do get a little bit of bounce back on the sound, but it's pretty quiet in here. The only thing I can hear right now is the fridge is running in the kitchen next to us. I don't know if we'll pick up on that. But now let's sit quietly. I'm gonna just be quiet, and we'll listen to the sound off of the Comica first for about 5 seconds, and then we'll switch over to the sound off the Audio Technica for about 5 seconds. So here goes the Comica. And here goes the Audio Technica. So that should give you some idea of the difference in how much noise they pick up between the two. Now I am actually going to turn both of them a little bit off axis and stand over to the side so you can hear what it sounds like if I'm standing next to them. So I'm going to get up. Actually, I'm just going to leave them where they are. They're both facing about the same direction now. And I'm going to stand about 18 inches away from the Comica, right to the side of it and a little bit above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm about 18 inches from the Audio Technica, a little bit to the right, just to the right of it, and a little bit above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's what they sound out like off axis. These type of mics are designed to pick up on axis the best, meaning that whatever they're pointed at is what they're going to pick up the most clearly. The last thing I think we should do is take this outside and listen a little bit to them in the wind and see how the wind screen helps on both of these. The Audio Technica mic does have a dead cat as well. It is right here. And the Comica, here's the windscreen on the Comica. So we'll go put both of these dead cats on them, take them outside and see which one sounds better. So I thought before I went outside, I would just show you real quick how to put the dead cat on the Comica. You take off the foam ball, I think, and it's just going to slide right on over the mic. Should be fairly straightforward. As I said, the mount for this thing does not feel super rugged, so I would definitely be careful with it when you're shooting with it. So let's go ahead and take it outside now and see how it sounds. Okay, so I'm outside and it is a little bit breezy. You can see I'm holding both mics, both cameras, kind of doing this selfie style. So this isn't a comparison of the image quality at all, it's just a comparison of the sound quality. There is a little bit of a breeze. You can see on the Comica it's easier to see the dead cat moving because it's a little bit longer threads. Not as easy to see on the Audio Technica. But I'm going to just talk right now into the Comica outside with a little bit of breeze. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to talk to the Audio Technica with a little bit of breeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to move them around a little bit. This is the Comica with me walking. See if there's any noise you're getting from it shaking. I'm shaking the camera a little bit on purpose. And now here is the Audio Technica with me moving and shaking the camera just a little bit. So, as you can see, there they are. Each of the two cameras with me in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is take the cards, go put this into my editing software, and listen to both of them and see which one, see how they sound, so I can give you a good wrap up. So it's the next day. I had a chance last night to edit down the footage from the Audio Technica and the Comica mic and listen to both of them. And I can tell you, I am no audio expert. I have been doing video production for a long time, so I know that audio is very important to good video production. But my opinion is that this is a nice little mic for 50 bucks. It's a little more bassy than the Audio Technica. You heard the difference. And by the way, I'm using the Comica, whatever it is, right now on the camera. So you're hearing audio from the mic that I'm talking about. It sounds pretty good. It does okay in the wind with the dead cat on it. It's very versatile because you can use it with a phone, you can use it with a GoPro, you can use it with a DSLR, you can use it with my Lumix cameras, and it's small, which I think is really nice. It doesn't have quite the heft that the more expensive Audio Technica has. It doesn't require a battery, which is also very nice. I think that actually is a big thing for me because it seems like I often accidentally leave the Audio Technica on and forget, and the battery's dead by the time I get to it, and I have to change the battery out. It's kind of a hassle. So it's nice that it doesn't require a battery, and it's 50 bucks. For 50 bucks, if you're gonna shoot with a vlog, YouTube channel, or anything like that, it's well worth it. I want to do one thing real quick. I'm gonna unplug the mic and just use the camera mic for a few seconds and let you hear the difference. So hold on. All right, so I just unplugged the Comica mic. So if you're just using your camera mic currently for your video projects, this is what it's going to sound like, depending on the camera, of course. But a little more echoey, I think, and definitely not as rich sounding or as directional outside in the wind and stuff like that. Let me plug the mic back in. So now I've plugged the mic back in. You can hear the difference. It's worth the investment, I think, if you want to have higher production value, a good shotgun mic that is easy to take on and off and improves your sound quality is a great investment. So if you want to check out the specs on this microphone, I will leave a link in the description below. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you want to know more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.